forgive me, I've got to go today. Please, boss, forgive me, I've got to go today. There is Ebola, me no appetite today. Maybe just after Ebola. Guys, quickly, sanga, me wants to go see Ebola. There is tension in the city. There is pressure everywhere. Boliro, Master Dribbler, Katambe bola ine, Katambe bola, bola. Kukalipa, tinga kalipe baba. Kuma kukalipa, kuma sira. Kuma bola efe, sisira. Bola sisira baba. Bola.
Well, it certainly is the warmest place in South Africa as we slowly bid farewell to our winter. Umlazi certainly ushers us in slowly into our spring as it is some season changes. As you can see, teams coming in and all those volunteers in preparation for this big tournament. It is the inaugural CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA Qualifiers. What kick-started yesterday will all culminate on the 4th of September, where only one winner will be crowned. A very good and warm welcome to you at home. I'm coming to you live from the CWL Stadium. This World Cup training stadium certainly is the host, and we will also have some fixtures at the Chatsworth Stadium, but certainly this is where all the action is coming from. So it's all about Group B. We did say that they only have 3 teams, and it is Green Buffaloes as well as Black Rhinos that will be in action today, and then of course Tura Magic from Nigeria will be in action on Sunday. So plenty of action here at the COSAFA Women's Champions League. Certainly these qualifiers are permutations are all I can use to describe all the feelings going through the 7 camps that are here in Durban. Well, this is what transpired yesterday in the Group A action. The double action ladies drawing all 3 points, and then Mamelodi Sundowns as well, a big hammering of Lesotho Defence Force and 9 goals scored in the opening Group A encounter. And then we did say that Green Buffaloes as well as Black Rhinos are the teams that are in contention today. So if you're wondering why Durban is the host nation for this inaugural tournament, well, check this video out. But just before that, let me just tell you about my A team. It is of course none other than Gloria Brown, who's going to take you through the game that is certainly going to be game-changing for Group B.
I'm ready to explore KZN again, cruising along the banks of St. Lucia with the hippos.
Hey Gail, 5-star resorts and spas on Nottingham Road, KZN Midlands. Here we come.
I'm getting all pumped up in my 4x4 up Sani Pass.
We are so looking to the KZN skies with some hot air balloon action overlooking Giant's Castle. What could be better?
Sengiyazibona, wavada, riding off into the sunset for a safari adventure with the Big 5 at Hluhluwe Mfolozi Park, especially to see the rhino.
KZN is yours to discover.
See it, believe it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the CWL Stadium out at Umlazi. This is our live coverage of Group B. Today's fixture is Green Buffaloes from Zambia. They are up against Black Rhinos Queens from Zimbabwe. When we look at the weather, there's a strong southeasterly wind, as we can see those flags telling the story, and this certainly would be contributing factor to the outcome of today's match. However, we have 2 teams that are being unveiled in this particular tournament who love to put the ball down onto the ground. They enjoy knocking it about, so the weather conditions will certainly be in their favor. However, when you look at the pitch, that is very, very well prepared. We got to give a thumbs up. That is to the people in charge who made sure they prepared this beautiful pitch for what lies ahead. Green Buffaloes, who hail from Zimbabwe, have been a powerhouse in the Zambian territory, and we're looking at Black Rhinos, who has been a huge force in Zimbabwe. The teams are taking their photos before we get underway. Beautifully kitted in red and white are the Black Rhino Queens from Zimbabwe, and here are Green Buffaloes, one of the seeded teams in the tournament, together with South Africa, getting ready for the cameras and making sure they get to those formalities out of the way. As we have a look at As we have a look at the team sheet, it's Aisha Mbwana and Esther Chamana, Judith Zulu and Malin Mulenga are in the lineup for Green Buffaloes. And when we look at the Black Rhinos, it's Precious Mudiwa in goal. You've got Agnes Tumbari as well as Talent Mandaza, the captain of the side. Rutendo Makore is up front and expected to bang in those goals. Let's have a look at the officials. Lady in charge, Itumeleng Beauty. That is, she hails from Botswana, very experienced referee for the day. She very dynamite, however, they say dynamite come in small packages. No nonsense referee. Sia Bonginkosi Kumalo from Eswatini and Elizabeth Sichanga of Malawi. That's Coach Carol Kanyemba of Buffaloes. She has been part of the team for many years. She says, I can't even remember. Gets the team into a huddle. And yes, making sure divine intervention comes through this afternoon and getting them over the line. A very, very young team indeed put forward by Coach Carol Kanyemba. Here is Coach Kuda Matui from Zimbabwe, a youth coach who comes into the side, brought in with great caliber, and that's due to his input in the youth structures of football in Zimbabwe, brought out to help the Black Rhinos. It is all systems go here at the Kings Welitini Stadium for this wonderful tournament that lies ahead. Day 3, and we're talking about Group B. Group B, which comprises of the 2 teams as well as Tura Magic from Namibia. Group A gave us 9 goals yesterday, and that was between double action of Botswana and Manzini Wanderers of Eswatini, 3-0. Mamelodi Sundowns and Defence Force of Lesotho, they were winners by 6-0. As we have a look at the 2 instrumental players who are key to any fixture, your goalkeepers who will make sure that they protect the goal with everything that they have. And if they do that and keep a clean sheet, then it's either a draw that we can expect from this match. Precious Mudiwa, 23 years of age, and very, very useful in goal, having conceded only 5 goals in 17 matches. We're talking about Precious Mudiwa of Black Rhinos. We're all ready to rumble and waiting for referee Metiha of Botswana, Beauty to be precise. She can get us underway in this particular match. First match of Group B, and we get started. It is the Black Rhinos in the red and white that are to get us going in this encounter. Much expectations from Green Buffalo, a team that is sponsored by the Army, arriving in an Army jet days before the competition. Here they are, sending early warning signs, which is to put pressure on the respective opposition. They come into this match with a 4-3-3 formation. That is Green Buffaloes. That means they have very, very attacking players who have the freedom to roam. They also have the pace of Esther and Mulenga on the left and the right hand side, which will be very problematic defensively for Chibanda and Tumbare and Mandala in the center back roles. You're looking at a Black Rhinos. They come in with a very, very simple 4-4-2 formation. However, one of the strikers, Nichamba, could drop deep into the middle if necessary to add those numbers and pack the midfield and try and counter. That is Green Buffaloes. Precious Mudiwa, starting from the back, seems to be the order of the tournament thus far, where goalkeepers are very patient in the build-up, allowing players to get a touch, an early touch to get the nerves away, and immediately one looks at referee Mechiga and looks at how she will be protecting the players. That ball in the air, you can see the struggle, either being helped on or blown away, depending on who's playing with the wind and who's playing against the wind. They need to capitalize on that particular advantage. Throw in. It's Martha Tembo hacked away by Agnes Tumbare. Comfortably in the middle of the park. It's a long ball, and searching for it is Esther Chama. Coach giving instructions just out of your picture to say, put the ball down. And I agree with him. It's very difficult to get the flight of this ball, especially when you're playing against the wind. That ball allowed to roll out for a goal kick. Aisha Mbwana, the 28-year-old, born in Kalushi. She also played a football for Lissa Girls and Kalushi Blue Angels out in Zambia. Here's the nimble and nippy player of Musasa, Piri. Watch out for Judith Zulu. Equalazite, where she comes from. But yeah, I think if you're looking at Agnes Tumbare, who's very strong in the air, she'll be instrumental in her defensive duty. That is Agnes Tumbare. They call her Eggy. So we'll see how Eggy copes in this match. Born in Mashwingo. Hacked away. Anyway, we'll do for now. Still trying to get the rhythm and figure out and get some sort of comfort and composure on the ball. Lovely to see the puff and pass between the players. Last touch coming off a red jersey. Patience Mujuru. Just getting the last touch. Patience Mujuru. Her husband plays football as well, so we're talking about a footballing family. Mujuru. In the household, there's no complaints when the remote is on the channel, the soccer channel. There's harmony in that home, one of a kind. Here is Rhinos and a strike that goes just waywardly. Not to worry, Aisha Mwana. Aisha with 57 caps for her club. She has been called into the national team, and it's a goalkeeper who actually has goals. Interesting. Here's a chance for Rhinos, playing it backwards instead. Noticing that they don't have the numbers going forward, then forced to go backward to try and start all over again, sending it out to the right-hand side. And that is where Mary Joy Nyaume is operating. But again, you've got Martha Tembo, the 23-year-old from Lusaka. They call it a Terminator. So we're going to be watching some very, very interesting battles, if anything to go according to the nicknames. Terminator. So she stops basically every move that comes her way. Throw in. Black Rhinos. Forced back towards Mary Joy. Oh, and a mistake in that defense and a strike. A snapshot by Rutendo Makore. Very, very skillful is Rutendo Makore. You don't need to give her that much room, especially in that part of the field. 29-year-old Rutendo. Football is back in Zimbabwe after 1.5 years absence due to the pandemic. And when you're looking in Zambia, look no further. There's been quite a bit of activity. Majority of the teams having played 18 matches. Sitting on the summit of the Zambian senior team is Zesco Ndola Girls, and they are on top of the log after 18 matches with 42 points. Our very own Green Buffaloes, who have graced this tournament, are currently in 5th position, and that is having played 10 matches. And we can look at that and say they've got a lot of catching up to do. Even though they've played 10 matches, they're sitting with 25 points. They've had a number of their players participate in the recent Tokyo Olympic Games. And when that happens, 3 or more players, your fixtures are halted because it is looked at as a disadvantage, a much weakened side. Hence, the fixtures will be held back. Christabel Katona. Yes, Christabel Katona. She got the last touch. That's a throw in for the Buffaloes. a little overzealous by Nomakhosi Mpofu. Nomakhosi Mpofu. They call her charisma. Oh, the hairstyle tells the story. She's nicely kitted with the tights. So you have some beautiful nicknames. Black Rhinos so far looking very evenly balanced. Yes, charisma. Mpofu. Throw in. Nomakhosi. They need to get the numbers. If that ball, it was pretty dangerous. On the blind side, Consilia Madonsa was actually waiting for the supply, and a few seconds later, that allowed the defense of Green Buffaloes to make sure that get back into position and snap out that opportunity. They were outnumbered, and if you see the position, Rudo Neshamba had an opportunity to just pick her head up and lay that crossover for an oncoming Rudo Makori. Wasn't to be, but they've got a corner to rectify that and probably make use of the advanced position. Keeper comes out, she gets a flop, and skidding off the right boot of Nomakhosi Mpofu. Green Buffaloes keeping possession, at the moment forced backwards, and very domineering Rutendo Makore. 29-year-old, very much experienced is Rutendo. So far just putting on the pressure. Rutendo on the ball. Charisma. It goes all the way back to talent Mandaza. Mandaza brings in her goalkeeper, Precious Mudai. Away. Wanting to use the pace. But ahead of her is Memory Nakala. Playing the 1-2, and Lubasi Pumulo was available, but good defensive work again by Nomakhosi Mpofu to just stop that attack. Nomakhosi going in with everything that she has, as Judith Zulu learns the hard way. They call her Zide. Judith Zulu. It's a long ball. It's in the air. Intercepted by the Black Rhinos. All the way backwards. Buffaloes forced all the way back. And defensively showing some good structure. Pressure. Christabel Katona. Born out in Makonde, a place they call Makonde. Some beautiful hairstyles out there on display. Windy conditions making it very difficult. And Eunice Chibanda takes a throw in for the Rhinos. Lovely turn by the Rhinos. Green Buffaloes are being forced backwards. And one could look at that and say the weather also. Here's a chance. Coming from deep is Lubasi on the blind side. They had the numbers, but equally good in their defending. Showing some good control. Rutendo Makore keeping possession, trying to release Consilia Madonsa. Green Buffaloes on the ball, still trying to find their rhythm. Judith Zulu comes out to the left-hand side and does find Eunice Chibanda instead. Buffaloes, it's a long ball, trying to get over the top and bridge the defense. The speed of Lubasi Pumulo certainly will cause some concerns, but Agnes is looking very organized defensively, limping off. Tumbaro trying to shake off. Here's a Precious Mudiwa, 23-year-old in goal. It's a short corner. Lubasi Pumulo plays it out and on the edge of the box. hacked away. Judith Zulu was a little too slow, needs to get a little bit more information from her teammates. A second or two is one too many for defenders, especially if you are in attack. 1-2, Concealia Madonsa giving chase, and does she keep it in play? Well, just to share with you, we do have a few technical issues which are currently being rectified. We'll certainly be giving you the graphics to see where we are and what we're about. When you're looking at possession, when you're looking at corner counts, that information absolutely crucial. But I can assure you, it's been worked on and we should be able to assist in a few minutes. Here we go, already on the top right corner. That is what is important to you. The scoreline reading 0-0 at the stage after 12 minutes. Buffaloes are in green, Rhinos are in red if you are joining us. It's been a very, very evenly matched game thus far. The last touch coming off a red jersey. It's Agnes Tumbare. Agnes Tumbare. She's seeing a lot of the ball as Agnes. Agnes Tumbare. A commentator's dream when you have a kit that has wonderfully printed numbers. You don't need to second guess the player. Rotendo Makori on the ball. Have a look at this. It's Concealia Madonsa. And keeper Aisha Mbwana does exceptionally well. It's a throw-in for the Rhinos. Throw-in for the Rhinos. Look at that speed, look at that pace, look at that vision. Concealia, she just needed to clip it over the keeper and we could be getting the opening goal of Group B, which just has 3 teams. So it's 7 teams in this tournament in total. What a pleasure it would be. I can't wait for the moment when we have all 14 teams gracing this occasion. Goalkeeper Mwamba just organizing a defense. She seems very vocal, she seems very commanding, and rightfully so. For any goalkeeper, you gotta be authoritative. 3 corners in this match. Rhinos benefiting a little more, and that corner taken. Header away on the edge of the box. A bit of communication helped. Terminator making sure that she sends that forward. She doesn't want to be caught napping. Forced backward is Christabella Katona. Keeper comes out with calm as well and releases Agnes Tumbare. Tumbare has Concealia Madonsa. Madonsa forced into the midfield. She's pickpocketed. You know, in the towns of KwaZulu-Natal, they call that smash and grab. So here we are as the Buffaloes will try and pick at you and continue to nibble at you. They are patient. They're unfazed. Terminator looking for the runner off the ball. Into no man's land. Keeper comes out very quickly. She's out of a box and definitely yellow card. Referee is spot on with the action. A hand went up immediately as Itumeleng spotted the keeper. Oh, you know, when you talk about taking one for the team, we talk about that. The keeper comes out, a momentum carrying her out of the box. Yeah, Precious Mundiwa. Free kick for Green Buffaloes. They've got a 3-man wall. Love this referee, giving a bit of a lesson to make sure the players understand what is expected of them. Meticha. Keeper. Oh, made to look easy. Made to look simple. Doesn't the keeper make it look simple? Agnes Piri. Goalkeeper brought in. Agnes Musase bringing in the goalkeeper. Terminator's available out to the left-hand side. She calls for it. She receives it. Joanne Benai. Buffaloes. Oh, onside. Where is she? Here's the moment that one is waiting for. Lumbasi. And the flag goes up. Elizabeth Sichinga. And Sipiwa Nkosi. Oh, beautiful name. Sipiwa Nkosi Nxumalo. First offside of the match for Green Buffaloes. One thing that you will find in women's football, we don't have actors, definitely not. They get on with the business, technically solid. I can go on, and I can assure you, my director is loving it. Throw in. Concelia Madonza giving a few instructions to her teammates. That's when you need 11 captains on the field. Rhinos. Nomakosi. You're seeing a lot of the ball. Flag stays down. And Aisha Mbwana. This allows a team to get back into position. So we have a look at Christabel Katona. Very young Christabel Katona. She's 22. She's the youngest player in the side of Rhinos. Christabel Katona. She's 22 years of age. The second youngest player is the goalkeeper, Precious Mudiwa. We have a veteran on the side. 36-year-old Eunice Chibanda. That's number 7 of Black Rhinos. You know, when you look after yourself as a player, your body will carry you. Talking about Eunice Chibanda. Availability. Oh, here's an opportunity for Green Buffaloes. Malin. Oh, brave defending. Brave defending by Patience Majuru. Luckily that pass in the middle of the defense, and just ahead of a Patience Majuru, made sure Malin Mulenga. Oh, that's got a lovely rhyme to it, Malin Mulenga. And it's Malin again on the ball. Grass cutter. Keeper followed it right up to the end, smothering it, getting her body behind it, and just making sure that there's no spillages. However, even if she had one, we're not seeing the players put the pressure on the strike, because you've got to anticipate a goalkeeper making a mistake. Patience Manjuru. In the air. Falls kindly. Concelia Madonza benefiting from the header. Oh, look at that. You can't fault effort. 100%. Agnes Musase. Referee spotting the offside. Spiwa Nkosi Nxumalo just putting up that flag very quickly. Aren't they energetic? Quickly intercepted. Oh, that was a strong challenge. But good to see she got up very quickly to dust herself and get back into the action. Agnes Musase, the 24-year-old, they call her Puyol. If you're a Barcelona fan, you'll know who Puyol is. If you're a Barcelona fan. But yeah, let's see. If anything to go by, then we are in for an interesting afternoon. It's a throw-in for the Rhinos, shared between Mary Jane and Nomakosi Mpofu. And that just going over the line. But referee Sichinga had her flag up very, very quickly. As the Green Buffaloes referee wanting that to be taken at the exact spot. That is the discipline we talk about. When you look at Itumeleng, she is one of the, being a teacher, you can see the behavior of the referee. She makes sure you understand the instructions very clearly. Looking at the action, snapshot, and over the top, and that just goes all the way, allowing goalkeeper to take a bit of time. Christabel, they call her Junior. Sanem Katona. She's representing the Makonde region out in Zimbabwe. They need to get the numbers up front. They need to get the numbers going forward as Green Buffaloes in terms of their transitional play. It's not quick enough, giving an opportunity for the Black Rhinos to organize themselves. They look very structured defensively, certainly disciplined, finding the spaces. Look at that with ease. However, needing to go more forward. A mistake made, but then a little bit of a nibble by Teresa Chewe. Referee quickly to blow her whistle. Chewe. So you've got to stop the attack from way up. Nomakosi Mpofu, understanding that as one looks at Malin Mulenga, who is making sure that Chewe doesn't have too much of problems on the park. Patience Mujuru. And another free kick for the Rhinos. And you know, the goalkeeper was whispering as we have a look at showing good strength and making sure she plays with her back to goal, hoping that there will be a benefit from a run on the left or the right hand side. Rutendo Makori wins a free kick. And here is referee Aisha Mbwania. Let's see who's over the ball. Nomakosi with a strong boot, two-man wall into the hands. Keeper off the woodwork. Does she finish it off? And even if she did, the offside flag went off immediately. And that is Elizabeth Chinga, all the way from Muzuzu City. And she also attended at the Lilongwe Technical College. But that was an early warning sign. Rudo Neshamba. They call a guru. So you'll decide when they call someone a guru, you will know why they call them a guru. So I'll leave that to you. But yeah, interesting stuff. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Black Rhinos. I'm sure you are being entertained by this match. Wonderful stuff that's being dished out by both teams as one just but appreciates what is on display. The talent that is, and again, look at that. She forced her way to make sure she gets a touch. Rutendo Mokori, we spoke about her presence alone on this field. Ball nicely floated by Nomakosi Mpofu. Keeper was beaten. The woodwork coming to the rescue. And Rudo Neshamba with the follow-up. But look at that. Nomakosi Mpofu picks a spot, realizing keeper was slightly in the wrong position. And in an offside position was Neshamba. She will tell you that you need to reorganize. Mbwana not impressed with her defenders. Corner, Yunus Chibanda. Nicely taken. Header. Connected well, but that went over the crossbar. It's been a decent day at the office for Rutendo Makore. Goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana is saying, keep an eye on Rutendo. She certainly is giving me a hassle in this match. All over the park is Rutendo, assisted by Yunus Chibanda. Keeper, who's been on holiday a few seconds, calls for the support, and why not? She's got to operate as a keeper sweeper just to give them the numbers and push the team a lot more forward. Princess, she draws a foul. Guilty party. Agnes Musase. Puyol, I said to you, if you know how he plays, does it mirror? So let's watch Puyol in this match. She comes from behind. Good control. Oh, and a dummy. Rudo Neshamba. Down she goes. She'll be up and about and urged by her teammates to get up and get on with it. this is what we highlighted much earlier to say one thing in women's football: the ladies get up, dust themselves, and get on with the business. We don't have Oscars awards for the actors that we normally have become accustomed to, but nevertheless, here's Green Buffaloes on the ball. One needs to see a lot more of Lubasi Pumulo, the 18-year-old young little nippy player. Is she overawed by the occasion, showing a bit of braveness? But here's Puyol. She's got 14 caps in the national team with 11 goals, and that speaks to the height that she presents. Puyol, for her club, she's got 25 goals. You're talking about a team that has got goal scorers almost right, including the goalkeeper at club level. Everybody seems to enjoy themselves, and they know how to put the ball in the back of the net, but they have their work cut out this afternoon. Black Rhinos are saying, we're having none of it. We may not have been active long enough, but we had 6 weeks pre-season to ensure that we are in top condition, and I'm pretty much impressed. When you talk of match fitness and you talk about game fitness, those are two different things. Game management is crucial. Captain Talent Mandaza's been around, 36 years of age. Player down in the medical team investigating her. So we have a look at the skillful work of Eunice Chibanda, who in actual fact she just went straight into the captain, Joanna Bena. They call her JB, 26-year-old Joanna, with 25 national team appearances. She's got 2 goals. Chibanda says, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. As skillful as she is, Dube, known by her teammates, that's her nickname, Dube. I wonder why. I'll share with you. You stay with us as we give you the 3rd match of this tournament. And they all have one objective, which is to get to Cairo. They want to book that ticket to Cairo. The Women Championship world stage is beckoning, and being the best club on the African continent is another. Who will claim that title? You have in the competition Mamelodi Sundowns. You have in this competition Double Action Sundowns. You have Lesotho Defence Force on the edge of the box. And, referee doesn't see anything wrong. You also have Tura Magic from Namibia. We'll get to see them in action. Manzini Wanderers from Eswatini. Those are the teams that are present in this tournament. And Group A has 4 of those. So they will each play an extra match. With 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes on the clock. 0-0 is the scoreline at the King Zwelithini Stadium. Comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're still working on the issue as technical challenges are present. However, the action is keeping you more intrigued and more glued onto your screen as Agnes Peary is still trying to find a way. Into Agnes Peary, they call her 10-10. She's nippy, but I'll share with you in the second half why they call her 10-10. That's Agnes Peary of Green Buffaloes. And I'm inviting you to stay with me for the duration of this match. We're certainly going to get the goals. It's pretty tight. 9 in total and counting. 2 matches yesterday. 3-0, 6-0. So far, it's pretty tight. And a foul. Referee Beauty just sending a warning to Agnes Peary. Goalkeeper decides no, she just wants one player in the wall and gives the thumbs up. Very experienced Aisha Mbwana, quickly taken. In the edge of the box. And hacked away. They've got the numbers defensively. They just leave one player up front. Is Green Buffaloes soaking up the pressure and trying to catch them with the pace that they possess. Agnes Forced backwards as Agnes, she'll decide to take her time. Martha Tembo, Memory Mpala is also available, giving her all the time in the world to keep possession. Agnes decides she's taking responsibility, looking for the spaces. Not much is opening up front, forcing the error. Here is Rutendo Makori. She will definitely make her presence felt. Under tremendous pressure is this nippy little player in Agnes Piri. Agnes, she's at it. Agnes Piri is her name. 10-10. She also played for the Bauteni United Sports Academy, and she's played 30 games for her club. If you look at these players for Green Buffaloes, they all are very capable. They all are very able. No panic. Sticking to business. Teresa Chewa giving chase. Mujiwa is calm, brings in talent. Mandaza brings in Nomakosi Mpofu. Mpofu goes all the way to Mujiwa. It's won back by the Buffaloes, playing it backwards and very uncharacteristic. Judith Zulu, Zite, as she's known, should be taking the game a lot more forward. Concilia Madonsa looking for support. It doesn't come quick enough. Concilia. She also played for Faith Drive Queens out in Harare, the 27-year-old. Throw in Eunice Chibanda. She's known, Eunice Chibanda, when the team is winning by a very big margin. You get to see the Chibobos, you get to see the Tsamayas, you get to see any trick you want to see in the book. Right now, she's getting on to business. That is Eunice Chibanda. Terminator intercepts. Gone to the right, left-hand side. Oh, Patience Mujuru. Taken out. Another player. I think it's been a hard day at the office for Malin Mulenga. You're looking at Christabel Katona. Being helped up to her feet, Christabel Katona. You know, you would recall when you play and you're a defender and you have a player that is troublesome, you have two options. Either you just put a comma and a full stop and maybe sometimes a question mark, just to make sure the player knows that, look, I've got a job to do. To pause the action. Patience Mujuru just looking on, whose husband also plays football. Patience should take the throw in for Black Rhinos. In actual fact, it's a free kick. Referee wants it taken at the right spot, so you've got Mujuru over the ball. Patience. Mujuru, she's got a huge foot, but that ball will just fall short of the intended recipient. They had quite a number of red jerseys in the box. I think both coaches will be very impressed thus far. The captain, Joanna, again, possession given away. Nomakos. She needs to get a little bit more information. Forced backwards as Agnes Piri brings in, and strong running from Malin Mulenga. Here's the Terminator. Good organization. Lovely touch. Forcing away. Nomakos Simpofu. And a throw-in it will be. Pressure mounting on Green Buffaloes. Creeping up the FIFA rankings is Zambia, due to their recent feat and efforts at the Tokyo Olympics. showing some intelligence. That ball, it falls kindly for Rutendo. Oh, she had acres of space, perhaps not really realizing how much of time she had. Christabel Katona, the young Christabel Katona, the 22-year-old. Oh, I can actually feel that pain, the grimace on the ankle. But the pitch, one thing that the players cannot complain about at the Kings Welitini Stadium is really the groundsman. They've done a fantastic job. Look at that strength, and the guilty party there, Christabel Katona, just nibbling on the ankles. Coach Carol Kanyemba looking at her watch, and you know, they don't look very much concerned, and you can see, if you can read that, she's saying just the players coming back a little too much. Perhaps they need to open up to the wings, and when they open up to the wings, that's when you take the pressure off the players that are trying to attack from the middle. So opening up the game also allows you to capitalize and make use of the full pitch of the ground. Lumbasi, Pumulo. Here is Teresa Chewe. Football is a cruel match. With the dominance of Black Rhinos, Green Buffaloes could just snatch one. But one can always, there are teams that understand how to make use of the possession. It's been very, very tight at this moment. Musase. She hasn't stopped running, is Rutendo, the 29-year-old. Good conditioning. Here's the Terminator. That ball nicely floated in the air. And she's asked a little too much from Esther Chama. Esther Chama. Choks. Throw in Eunice Chibanda. Intercepted by Buffaloes in the midfield. Ricocheting off Agnes Musase. Musase eliminates one. She eliminates two. Judith Zulu. Oh, on the edge of the box and touching the handball. But she knew nothing about it, is Teresa Chewe, who is born in Mantero. She also played for Roses. Mulenga, who's born in Kitwe. She wears the number 2 jersey. They call it, you know, in every team you find a joker, and Malin Mulenga is the joker of Green Buffaloes. When the coach can be how serious, she always gets to pull the Mickey out. That's Malin Mulenga, who's on the ball and just laid it off for her teammate. That's the joker. They call her Maddie. I think you can agree with me that she's one of those players that will certainly enjoy her craft. She loves football. She says when she retires, she will be a future coach, and learning a lot already, starting with her coaching badges. We are in the last 5 minutes of the first 45, in which coaches will tell you to focus. Coaches will tell you that you've got to manage this game very carefully. Fewer mistakes have got to be made, but then the team that really wants it more can just pile on the pressure. We're seeing Green Buffaloes do exactly that. Perhaps they got the signal from the bench to say, look, these are the last 5 minutes of the first half. Let's put the pressure and see whether the focus is still as expected. And having said that, the flag goes on. Cosma Ngumalo, she's one of those referees that will certainly say, I've had a decent day on the field. Cosma Ngumalo has played football for 9 years. She loves the singing. I wonder if she's on the touchline, does she just get a number here and there and hum away as she goes along? Because it can be very lonely down there. It can be very lonely down there, but I guess some great talent. She'll tell you, all I know is to sing enough to make me feel good. Definitely not on idols. She's one of those that will say, the wooden mic will do for me. Terminator. certainly cautious. Mary Joy Nyaumwe, Jeju still did well to keep the ball, but outnumbered and outfoxed. Terminator's available. She does well to create space for herself, doesn't put herself under pressure, but having said that, commentator curse, she then just gives away possession. And trying with all she has to make sure that they try and protect as the corner. Rutendo Makore is a place they call Chegutu in Zimbabwe. That's where she comes from, and very proud she is of where she comes from. She speaks about it with passion. Lubasi Pumulo, they call her Iniesta. These names very expensive. Iniesta, my Iniesta. She's 18, and Chawana Scorpions will claim her as one of theirs because they have developed her. Just the young 18-year-old. That is, I'm talking about jersey number 20 of Green Buffaloes, Lumbasi Pumulo. They call her Iniesta. Rhinos enjoying possession. Nomakosi Mpofu. Nomakosi finds Patience Mujuru. Mujuru sends a long ball into space, but Agnes Musase just makes sure that she's available to send it through to touchline for a throw-in, and picked up very quickly by Malin Mulenga. Falls kindly again for talent on the edge of the box. Rutendo Makore, but that one is pickpocketed and making a little bit of ground. Some tired legs out there. A moment that they can't wait for to ensure that they hydrate, as it's very important. Pretty humid down here in the KZN province. Amlazi, to be precise. You know, I have to tell you something about this township. Amlazi. It's the only township in the country, and I mean the only township in the country that has its own registration plate. It's NUZ. That is in Amlazi. So you won't get lost. You'll know that that is the one township that can claim that, as the ball ricochets of Rutendo. Touch on the Malin Mulenga. It's a throw-in. Here's a throw-in. They'll take their time. Charisma. 1 minute to be added. Referee's optional time as the board gets ready down at the touchline. Our fourth official in Ndebeleng, Teresa Sekota of Lesotho. Teresa Sekota of Lesotho is indicating to referee Beauty that she just wants 1 minute, and I can agree with her. The game has been free-flowing. There hasn't been many injuries, and played in a very, very good spirit as well. Very strong though, but it's been a very, very clean game. Rutendo Makore. Oh, and coming out from like lightning, Esther Chama, the 24-year-old Chalks. Referee Beauty Itumeleng of Botswana blows a whistle. Player just went down. It looks like Agnes Musase that just went down, but she's holding her ankle. I will confirm. No, it's Malin Mulenga, the 21-year-old. Oh, she is in a lot of pain, Mulenga, and that's the reason why. Oh, do we get to see the first yellow card? Do we get to see the first yellow card? Questions will be asked. Malin Mulenga will say, please protect me, Miss Ref. And here she is. She agrees with me. She's asking the question, Ref, oh, please, man, just protect me. And Beauty says, listen, I'm in charge. You're not going to tell me what to do, but nevertheless, let's get on with it. Esther Chama, and losing out, taking an eye off a ball is Judith Zulu. And some hard and strong running from Agnes Musase. This time referee brings an end and says, you deserve a break. It's been a hard fought 45 minutes. Aisha Mbawa, the 28-year-old goalkeeper, worked hard in goal. So did Rutendo Makori, who's been very, very lively. Agnes Musase has been given a decent day at the office defensively, communicating with Memory Tanga. It's been one of those matches where you really can't separate the two sides, and the scoreline will tell you and agree exactly with the performance on the very much instrumental in that. Zulu and Malin Mulenga are in the lineup for Green Buffaloes. And when we look at the Black Rhinos, it's Precious Mudiwa in goal. You've got Agnes Tumbari as well as Talent Mandaza, the captain of the side. Rutendo Makore is up front and expected to bang in those goals. Let's have a look at the officials. Lady in charge, Itumeleng Beauty. That is, she hails from Botswana, very experienced referee for the day. She very dynamite, however, they say dynamites come in small packages. No nonsense referee. Sia Monginkosi Kumalo from Eswatini and Elizabeth Sichanga of Malawi. That's Coach Carol Kanyemba of Buffaloes. She has been part of the team for many years. She says, I can't even remember. Gets the team into a huddle and yes, making sure divine intervention comes through this afternoon and getting them over the line. A very, very young team indeed put forward by Coach Carol Kanyemba. Here is Coach Kuda Matui from Zimbabwe, a youth coach who comes into the side, brought in with great caliber, and that's due to his input in the youth structures of football in Zimbabwe, brought out to help the Black Rhinos. It is all systems go here at the Kings Welitini Stadium for this wonderful tournament that lies ahead. Day 3, and we're talking about Group B. Group B, which comprises of the 2 teams as well as Tura Magic from Namibia. Group A gave us 9 goals yesterday, and that was between double action of Botswana and